everyone, this is P4L. In today's P4L review, we'll be taking a look at an exclusive from TFcon Chicago 2018. This is X-Transbots Crackup B1. This is their G2 version, which is available for sale, I believe, around the Toy Dojo booth. I'm not exactly sure where they're set up since I'm shooting this ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the Toy Dojo area, okay? So you can head over there and pick one up for yourself. But as you can see, it's a G2 recoloring of their Crackup, which came out earlier this year. You can see the difference here. We'll do some detailed comparisons in a bit. But let's start off with the box. The box is the exact same as the box we got with the original Crackup, except they applied a sticker on the front, which has the G2 coloring, but everything else, like the other side and stuff like that, are exactly the same. And again, the image on the back, which likely will merge together to form a like a mosaic. So let's take a look at alt mode first, since that's how he comes packaged. He also does come with the same types of manual. Again, no change here on the coloring. He does have new colors for his weaponry. So I haven't even opened this up yet. So his gun is now purple. And he has his second face, which I guess is his more toy color face or toy style face. And then you get a little screwdriver here to help you with the disassembly of the head so that you can replace the face. The gun can fold down like this and peg in to the back of the alt mode here, like so. All right. Let's pull this out for now. Move this off to the side. We'll do a quick 360 before we go ahead and do some comparisons. And I apologize because, you know, recreating the lighting so it's perfect to the naked eye is really hard. So the colors probably aren't going to be 100% accurate of what you're seeing here and what's in person, but it does look really nice. We've seen a lot of different colorings of G2 in versions that came later and so forth. Or renditions, like I think we had like a G2 version of the Menasor from the Combiner Wars, or yeah, Combiner Wars, Power of the Prime, Combiner Wars. In any case, the coloring is always slightly different, but you have this kind of turquoisey blue-green color. It is a metallic color, I believe. If I can, yeah, I think it has metallic flake in it. It's pretty glossy, and then we have this nice purple molded color here. We do have some metallic silver and metallic purple on other portions. Really well done, really clean paint apps with the emblem here, the lights, and everything like that. He does have rubber tires still, and the iconic Countach rims. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's go ahead and bring in my Crackup, my original Crackup. My Crackup here always has a problem with this side not staying in. I don't know why. But everything in this remold seems a little bit more refined, finished, and stuff like that. The paint seems a little bit more durable in some areas that were chipping before, at least on mine. But it's a really nice rendition. If you guys are G2 fans, obviously you're going to want to pick this up. And there are plans to do the rest, I believe. Which would be a shame if you only got one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into transformation very quickly. Pretty easy. So the first thing we'll do is pull these tabby pieces up. They're kind of hard to reach. You just need to get them up like this. Down here, pull these pieces straight up, like so. And you can kind of work these out of this rear piece, which will flip up. And you just need to clear this section here. Yeah, so once you got that done, you're good to go. Then you come to the side. Oh no, you have to pull this up first, I believe. Yeah, pull this up and the wheels out, like that. And you'll see that the feet are here. You pull them off to the side and rotate them down. All right, we'll just deal with that a bit later, and we'll deal with each leg separately. Just to make it easier, let's go ahead and rotate the thighs 180 degrees and the hips 180 degrees to get him situated in the right orientation for robot mode. Alright, so the first thing we'll do is you gotta kind of straighten out the leg, and you'll see that there's a slot here along with not a tab but like a wall. What you need to do is collapse that in to lock the knee joint in place. On this side here, just push out the toe. You're going to want to extend, or I guess push down this telescoping piece on this pin. That'll give you enough clearance to close the top portion of the window and rotate this around like so it fits in like this. Alright, at this point you're going to want to push back up on that telescoping joint to close that gap. Make sure to do it all the way, and you see that gap disappears, and then you can form the feet and heel. From here, just rotate this place down so it's parallel to the ground. Rotate this. Oh, no, I can't do that yet. Sorry. I forgot to flip out these two sections. So flip out this section here, and this section like so. Then you can close this up. This piece will wrap around and kind of tab and fill that gap in. And this piece will wrap around and tab in here to form the leg. So no problem there. Let's go ahead and keep going with the other leg. Same thing, making sure to straighten out the leg enough so that that wall piece goes into that slot. Make sure to lock it all the way in. It should sit flush with the purple and like turquoise pieces. Again, flip open these. Don't forget like I did last time. Alright. This way, we're going to come down on this telescoping piece, all the way down like that. Flip down the window. Rotate this around. And then push up on that telescoping piece again. Form the feet. And go ahead and flip this down. Flip this closed. And tab in the inner leg right there. The lower body's done. Pretty simple when it comes to X-Transbots transformations. Upper body, the first thing we'll do is untab here, or unpeg these two pieces. Let's deal with this next. You're going to want to extend this front portion like so. You're going to rotate these small side sections inward underneath the windshield like this. This piece is going to flip around like that. And then you can deal with these later, but these are going to rotate on these swivels. So leave that like this for now. This piece we're going to deal with later as well. I mean, at least finish up later. You can just rotate this around. And you'll see these two tabs kind of rest in that area. And you can spin the spoiler 180 degrees. So this is all going to kind of sit up and become the backpack. For now, let's deal with these arms. So these arms are pegged in to the side here in two places with this peg, and then a peg here that goes into this piece. So make sure to unpeg both of those and bring the arms down to the side like this. Don't forget to flip out these pieces up here. They're gap fillers. They're not super necessary, but it's definitely nice to have. You can close up, you can actually stretch out the arms on these double hinges and then close them up. So once again, straighten these out, close it up, and rotate the fist around. These metallic sections here, you're going to undo these clasps and rotate them around 180 degrees. And you're going to collapse the chest. So you just kind of push down. It's at an angle. You'll see here. It kind of rides up on this rail like that. And one thing that they did change here, which I don't understand why, is that you can even see here these were trimmed off. There were two pegs that pegged into these two peg holes and kept this chest in place. But they're not here this time. And I'll show you when I get the comparison. But I don't know why they got rid of it. Maybe they thought it was a little hard to unpeg before. I don't see it as being a major issue, but I just don't know why they decided to go to the extra step of clipping those. In any case, these die-cast hooks will come around and hold the shoulders in place like that. The head, which had this here, and this is where you'll see how to disassemble the face. I'm not actually going to show it, but you see that small screw right there. That you'll use this small screwdriver that they include, and then you'll disassemble the head, and that's how you get the face, access to the face. Anyway, close up the back of the head, rotate this up, and you'll see this little peg hole and this little peg on the bottom of the neck. You just need to pull up gently. Don't pull up too hard on that. You don't want to shear this neck joint off, but you pull up on that ever so slightly to get that secured into there. And then you collapse the backpack, and then you can do with whatever you want. Some people keep them up, some people pull them back just a little bit. I thought initially that they were supposed to kind of tab in here, but that's not the case. They're not supposed to fit like that. But yeah, that gives you a general idea. And then you can rotate these around if you want to get a bit of a cleaner look. And with that, you have the G2 Crackup in robot mode. He does have his gun. I believe that it can store somewhere back here, but I just don't remember, and I didn't go back and look at the my previous review. I could have sworn there was a place where you could store it back here, but I may be misremembering, because looking at it now, there's no peg hole or even tab. But in any case, you can go ahead and use the handle and place it inside his hand with a MP style tab and slot, and he looks really nice. You can see his face here. Let's see if I can zoom in real quick. It's nice metallic dark blue. Zoom back out. The joints, he does have a shoulder joint here, ratcheted shoulder joint. It still suffers from the same problem of this kind of coming undone depending on how you articulate the arm. You just have to hold it in place. Kind of annoying for sure. But he does his ratchets that go out that way. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Wrist swivel. Here, let me go with this, the one without the hand. Oh, without the gun. MP style hands, so all these 4 fingers on one molded piece. No thumb articulation. He does have an ab crunch, about 45 degrees. Does have a swivel. His backpack does get in the way, but if you want, I guess you could try to rotate it more like that, and then bend it back. In any case, you do have some articulation there. His hip skirts get out of the way, so you can do some leg articulation, just friction forward and back. Ratcheted going out like this. 90-degree knee bend. Some weird ankle stuff going on. So he has 2 joints for the ankle. And then he has his toe, which can go down and not up. His heel, same thing, down and not up. These are die cast pieces here. And I thought maybe the thigh was, but maybe not. And he does have some other die cast pieces like this clip. I don't remember all the die cast pieces, but he has a decent amount of die cast. So he has good posability. So here we are. I did want to show off the fact that there are pegs here that I mentioned before that don't exist on this version of the recolor. Not really sure why again, but they do exist. Again, it's not really a big deal because the chest doesn't really come up. It's more than tight enough. You're not, even with my shaking vigorously, it's not like it's coming undone. I just find it interesting that they got rid of that. Maybe there were some problems that people reported and I'm just not aware of. But doing comparison, there's actually added paint to this version of the mold on some bare plastic areas. Like here, this is bare plastic, but it's painted on the arms as well as on the thighs. So you're getting some extra paint here. I think in a lot of places actually, like this hip and crotch piece, those are all painted. Because the bare plastic, you can tell, is like in this elbow joint or on the hips. but all that was bare before is actually painted. I think maybe they quote-unquote painted this before on the original mold with like a clear coat, a shiny clear coat, but this time you actually get some color added. All right, and I think that's a good decision, because even with some like shiny paint or clear coat on these colors, I think the colors would have been slightly off. So good on X-Transbots for getting that done. So I'll go ahead and transform this guy back into alt mode, just because I know people have struggled, and even though I've shown this before, I figure why not, let's go ahead and do it. So the first thing we'll do is deal with the backpack. Remember to just pull up slightly on that to release the peg. Kind of open this all up. You can rotate the spoiler around. You can bring this up and around, straighten these pieces out, unfold these small sections here, and kind of collapse this on the telescoping pin joint here. Yeah, you just need to get it kind of close. You'll clean all that up later. The head flap, we'll just lift that up for now. And you can bring the chest all the way around like that. Unhook these two die-cast hooks that secured the shoulders, or at least were intended to secure the shoulders. Rotate these oblique sides down, like so, and extend the upper body. Go ahead and flip these pieces down. Alright, so these are all situated kind of in the way you want it to. What you'll need to do now is deal with the arms. So the arms will open up like this. Rotate the fist so this flat section is facing up. Collapse the arms on this double hinge like so. It's kind of like a zigzag deal. And you're actually going to rotate them like this, because they're going to go kind of angled in like this. So this flat portion will be parallel to the ground, or to this piece here, and will slide in. So same thing on the other side here. Open up the arms. Come on. Rotate these like that, and collapse this down like so. Alright, so how this is handled is these double jointed shoulders, you want to rotate up at the base joint, and then make sure this piece looks like that. You want to lift up on this entire backpack piece, and those pegs again will peg into the forearms at the same time that you peg these small nubs into this section here. So I just do this section first. And then I take care of these. These are a little bit hard to see, so you might just have to rotate this spine piece up and down a bit until you get them locked in. Alright, there we go. Bring this down and tab those two pegs in, and you can kind of clean this up. Come on. There we go. Pull these pieces out now before you forget. I always forget. You need to have these out. With the front of the car done, go ahead and rotate at the waist 180 degrees. The thighs, each 180 degrees as well. You can fold up the feet, and then we'll deal with the shins. So shin up by unwrapping these. This one will go all the way flat like this. You're gonna rotate this around, collapse this inner gap filler, and then collapse the large piece so it's all one piece like that. You're going to want to push down on the rear section of the car so that, again, it telescopes. Sorry, you push up and so that the door comes down. Rotate this out, open up the door, and then push the door section back up. The foot will need to be situated like this. So extend the ankle as far inwards as possible and then rotate at this ankle joint so they're all kind of lined up like this. Come back, extend that knee joint, telescoping knee joint, wrap this all the way around. And you'll see this little indentation, rounded indentation area. You'll see that goes right around that rounded piece there. I'm not sure why this is not collapsing all the way. This should tab in securely. Okay, there we go. No, this side is still having trouble. All right, that's good enough. Anyway, you get the idea, and this side will tab in like so. This side will flip up. Get the tailpipes perpendicular to the flat piece, like that, and you'll see this piece kind of sits in the middle. So same thing on the other side. Deal with these flaps first. This one will go all the way around. This one will just open up and fold on the inside. The leg, the door will come down, wrap around, the window piece will come up, and the door will telescope up again. The knee will go all the way out. Come all the way around. Get that toe and foot situated correctly. And again, it'll slide in from the outside and tab in. The roof, make sure that it's all flat here. This will come down. Oh, sorry, I didn't do this. There we go. All right, the roof will come down in the back tail section. We'll just have to pull on it just slightly to get it around this purple knee joints. This piece will tab in. And then the last thing is to close up the two rear sides like that. They tab in. And then here, close these up so they sit kind of flush. And there we have G2 Crackup back in his alt mode with his little gun tabbed in. So a cool little exclusive recolor that we typically get from these TFcons. If you're a G2 fan, definitely pick this up. Again, it should be available, I believe, at the Toy Dojo booth Saturday and Sunday on limited quantities. So pick one up if you're interested, and hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you got any useful information out of this, go ahead and share, like, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, everyone. Hope you have a good one.